Got to get the audio to work first, Mark, if you want to introduce yourself and the show. My name is Mark Pires, host of the Mark Inspires Show, 1,883 days in a row. And boy, did I wake up to an interesting email, or set of emails from YouTube. They actually happened like an hour ago, so it wasn't like it happened in the middle of the night. It's like this morning. And basically, my channel's been demonetized. And I'm saying, wait a second. And first of all, this happened while I'm driving my daughter to school. And I'm in the car and I just open up my phone as she's getting in the car and I see, your channel's been demonetized. And so I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Drop her off, I go open up YouTube Studio on my phone and I see that, yeah, my channel's been demonetized. All of my memberships, everybody who's been supporting the show, put on pause. And the reasoning is that my channel's harmful for people to watch, apparently. A live comedy, live improvisation, news show and music show on a drum that no one's ever seen in the history of time because I invented and patented it, is dangerous for you guys to watch. It's a satirical show. Yeah, Maine gets it. If you don't know my comedy by now, it's a satire show. Everything I say is satirical or comedic or sarcastic. There's nothing here that any sane individual could take seriously and say, oh yeah, he meant that. So I don't know what I did to you, YouTube, because honestly, since you gave me a strike for the last piece of content, I've changed everything I do on this show to apply to your guidelines. So I don't talk about politics, I don't talk about anything medical. All I do is scroll the news here and find anything non-political to make comedy out of. All I do is make satirical parodies and crazy comedies that I don't swear, so it's like this is a clean show for any ages. And apparently it's harmful. In fact, let me see if I can show you what it says and we can look at it together and we can try to diagnose what the heck is going on here. Very interesting morning though. Your channel no longer being monetized. All right, so let's just go in here and look at this together. What the freaking heck, right? I'm gonna go get us into news mode. I hope you guys are doing well this morning. This is frustrating for me. I've been live 1,883 days in a row, and getting monetized was something that Sig Sauer helped me very diligent to help me to get that to happen in October of 2019, I think it was, when they were about to shut everybody down from being monetized based on an old agreement that I had in place with them. So here we go. This is where we are right now. Your channel's no longer being monetized. Harmful content. Do you see this? This is what it says about me. Harmful content. I'm at a loss. Your channel isn't earning right now. We're gonna see Zabrowski. Use one right now because this is, I'm baffled. Zabrowski. Thank you, buddy. So, this is what I see. What is this? Channel isn't earning right now. Harmful content. Content that focuses on controversial issues and that is harmful to viewers. Guys, let's learn more. Let's learn more. Advertiser-friendly content guidelines. Due to the Ukraine war, content that exploits, dismisses, or condones the war is ineligible for monetization. I don't talk about the Ukraine war. All content uploaded to YouTube must comply with both our guidelines and program policies. Okay. Controversial issues. Controversial issues are topics that may be unsettling for viewers, which are often the result of human tragedy. This policy applies when the content is purely commentary or contains no graphic imagery. Even if the content is purely commentary or contains no graphic imagery. Controversial issues include adult sex harassment. I don't know what I could say here, guys. Just read it with me, okay? Self-harm, suicide, eating domestic or I don't talk about any of these topics. What of these topics do I speak of? I do news stories. If you're telling me that you can't report the news because some of them may delve into one of these topics, then we have a freaking bigger issue. This is freedom of press. Sensitive events. I don't know. So I'm really at a loss here. I was hoping you guys could give me some insight on this and what you think. I'm going to go back and look at some of the comments here, see what everybody's saying. Maine, I want to thank you so much. Good to see you. Thank you for sending a message to YouTube. I would really suggest and hope that you guys can do that. I've appealed, as it gives me an option to do. I did that immediately, and I just spelled out that, you know, if there's a streamer that has been the epitome of trying to follow your guidelines, this is the guy. I don't talk about anything that you say. I should keep off the table. So if I see stories that go into these things, I don't even bring them up. I don't do any politics. It's not because I don't have things to say on it. You guys know I have 4 years of things to say that got me in trouble for being very passionate and being able to eloquently state what's actually going on in the day we were sitting in. And that's something that I think was a big problem for them back then. But here's the thing, YouTube, I don't do that. I don't talk about the wars. I don't talk about any of the other things. I try to talk about the things to get us away from all of that. You guys want all this push on that stuff from this one perspective. I don't even want to talk about it. I just want to do the news here in peace. I want to create songs here live in the moment in peace, hang out, make some people laugh in peace, and be able to make $1 for it. That would be nice. When you do it for 5+ years and you know, it would be nice to allow the show to just leave the show alone. I'm following your guidelines. Please go and watch a show. You'll see. There are times I'll be like, I can't talk about it, guys, because I'm specifically not trying to mess with your guidelines. I want my show to grow. I don't want it to die, wither up and die. So I'm following your insane 1984 rules. I'll do whatever I have to in order to broadcast this show and give people some sort of peace and some hope for an hour every day. And that's why you'll see the stories that I'm about to tell you. They're nothing to do with politics. They're nothing to do with sensitive events that you want people to only have one perspective on. No. This is about a woman who lost her $823,000 injury claim after the lawyers found a photo of her winning a Christmas tree throwing competition. Yeah, I'm not even joking. You see it on the screen, right, guy? Oh, goodness. We're going to get into that in a second. Maine had a channel, lost it, same reason, but appealed it and got it back. Maine, what kind of channel was yours? What was your channel about? We should have a chat one day on here. That would be awesome. Renee wanted to know if the ratings were, you know, about a specific video. Yes, I absolutely appealed. Harvey, how are you? Good to see you. Barella in the house. If you're on TikTok, guys, head over to YouTube so you can be a part of the chat. George R., how are you, my friend? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, thank you, George. I really appreciate you. It's weird because it's like, okay, you say this is what you want us to do. Now, you can't go retroactively and now hold up my channel, you know, in some weird jail for stuff that was uploaded a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. That's ridiculous. Just pull it down. So that was my message. I said, look, you don't like something there, just pull it down. Just get rid of it. But don't blame me for you changing your guidelines, and when it was okay before, now it's not. Now I have to go back through 4,100 pieces of content and figure out which one of you guys are going to have a problem with. Just pull the stuff you don't like if that's a problem. But I got 4,100 pieces of content here. I can't go back through it one by one and be like, I wonder what I said this episode. You know, just go, guys. You got the computer system. You got the AI. Go through it, but don't hold creators accountable for you changing your guidelines. That doesn't make sense. You follow your guidelines, and from the day your guidelines went into effect forward, anything that, okay, you did something we told you shouldn't do. But something we told you shouldn't do today, you did 3 years ago when it was okay, and you're going to now pull down an account or make it unmonetizable or whatever. What is this? It doesn't even make sense. What is harmful about this show? Oh, I'm bringing people together. It's harmful to the agenda. That's what it is. So let's see what happens. Barella said, YouTube, hey, we got a guy making jokes and making people laugh. Unacceptable. Shut him down. You're dead on that, Barella. Joanna Maynard, so good to see you. Joanna Maynard could have tons to say on this, I'm sure. Let's see as we go down. George knows. He said you would not harm a fly. No, I'd go and I'd see if I can help the fly's wing heal. You know, can I feed you some water, fly? Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even want to talk about anything that has to do with crazy world events that keep us awake at night. No, that's not the point of this show. The point of this show is a scroll through the news, laugh at whatever's going on in the world, except the stuff they really want to just have you all think about all the time. So this thing over here, we're going to get into it in a second. Oh, maybe. Renee said maybe that one, but that was again, that's satire, it was comedy. And yeah, maybe you showed the Bible too much. That's interesting. Didn't think about that, but maybe the 1775 Bible and all of the, curiosity into the 13th month and all the stuff that I uncovered could be. I think that to me is, I feel like we dispelled the 13th month, and we know that it's 12 months, and the 13th month was just called this thing the intercalary, which is just a day or up to like 4 or 5 days where they needed to just bridge a gap it's like almost like a leap year. But the fact that it still says 13 in my Bible is still, to me, there's 13 of something there. I don't know why they'd have a 13 there. So, see, here we go. Look at this. You want to make people laugh. How dare you? Just random shorts, but I deemed dangerous and locked out of my YouTube account. Oh my goodness. Joanna said YouTube went back over 2 years of my private videos. Wow. It just doesn't make sense. Here's the other thing. That's when they gave me the strike, I uploaded the same piece of content because I thought it was the title, I thought it was the thumbnail or something, so I changed those two things, and they pulled it down before I even had a chance to have it go live. And they're like, you got a strike, you can't go live for a week, you can't post for a week. And I said, wait a second, this is the same, I'm confused, I don't know what's going on here. Just the same piece of content. I thought it was the title, I thought it was the thumbnail. And so why are you going to give me a warning and a strike on the same piece of content when it didn't even broadcast? This is something that I specifically put it out as a window of like a day later so they could review it first and see if it's okay. And they gave me a strike. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. I can't even understand this. But now this one this morning blows my mind. I still just don't understand what to do with this demonetized for following their rules, essentially. Now the only thing they could demonetize me for and call harmful is anything that I was saying passionately about what actually wound up becoming truth. I think if you go back through all the things I said, it all became truth. All the things that are now broadcast, the things they're allowing you to use today that they wouldn't allow you to use then, the things that we were saying about something working or not, all those things came out to be true. But in their eyes, they're still right. In their eyes, there still was some benefit to the insanity of the last 4 years. There is none, but they still believe there was, and that there was a positive in your life, and that you were definitely, like, you're here today because of their actions. That's the way they think about it. And the people who were out there the whole time saying, guys, use your freaking common sense. Those people are all the ones that are being demonetized today because they're now looking back through all that, for me, 1,883 days in a row of content. Like I said, I can't tell you what I said every day because it was just the truth. Every single day I'm live, I'm speaking how I feel. This is it. There is no script. So when I'm here and I'm doing comedy or I'm here and I'm saying something about anything, it's how I feel in the moment that exists. The only thing that exists, the moment. I've been in it since I started the show, and when I'm here, things are said that are very powerful. And so that's the thing I believe is my crime. My crime is that I'm passionate, and that when I say things, even if I say them in a satirical manner, even if I don't, anything that's not said in a satirical manner can wash away all the stuff that is. And that's the problem. If you look back through the DJT show I did, 36 episodes, it's comedy, it's satire. But you know what? In their eyes, it's a threat. It's harmful. It's like, no, it's freaking comedy. SNL used to do it all the time. You're okay with it, but that's because it's on TV. And it's just like they can control it. And no, you can't do satire here. Not about those topics. And so I'm trying my best. Guys, since I got the strike, you see all the stories I'm doing. They're freaking Herkle-Durkle. We're doing the Herkle-Durkle. We did Scammer Payback. All this stuff is just goofy, good fun, have a good time, and laugh for a little bit. Maybe Scammer Payback is what got me, because they're like thinking it's a scammer. I'm a scam. No, it's a freaking comedy. It's a hilarious comedy. I play 4 parts. You know, when you play 4 parts and then they pull it down. A woman lost her $823,000 injury claim after lawyers found a photo of her winning a Christmas tree throwing competition. Guys, this is a real story. We're getting into it. This is when I forget about all the stuff YouTube's trying to do. And just keep this in mind, guys. You cannot do anything to support me on this channel any longer. You can please, if you're someone who does support me, PayPal. You could do Venmo at Real Talk Mark. I used to be the Mark Pires Real Talk, so you could do at Real Talk Mark. It's an easy way if you want to support this show. I also believe you can do buymeacoffee.com/MarkInspires. I think that's what it's called. But I'm not certain on that. I would say that my link for Linktree has a lot of things there, and you could probably support me that way. Yeah, it's just very frustrating. I would say trying to figure this out. But let's get into the news of the day. Let's have a laugh, and let's forget about the insanity that's going on my channel at the moment. A woman in Ireland lost her $823,000 injury claim due to a photo of her throwing a Christmas tree. Guys, it happens all the time here in Ireland. Camila Grabska, 36, won a 2018 tree throwing contest. Guys, it's a thing, all right? She told the doctors of back and neck pains. She'd been in a car accident in 2017 that left her unable to work for years. A woman in Ireland who sued the insurance company for $823,000 had her injury claim tossed. We freaking read this part. I wanted to have a joke there about the making, neck pains. It's because you threw a freaking tree. Anyway, Camila Grabska, 36, sued RSA Insurance over what she said were back and neck pains from a car crash in 2017. The accident rendered her unable to work. Grabska also said she could not carry her children, finish basic chores, or lift a heavy bag in that, At times, she needed her medication to be brought to her in bed due to the pain. Grabska. But a photo shown at the Irish High Court in Limerick. They did a Limerick? Is that what they said? No, it was in Limerick. They also did a Limerick. And it featured Grabska. Grabska went to the sky and then she took a pizza pie. It was a cool Limerick. They enjoyed it. They chucked the Christmas tree. Hold on. In Limerick, they featured Grabska chucking a Christmas tree in 2018, guys. Grabska, a resident of the town of Ennis, was one of the people photographed tossing 5-foot spruce trees at a local tree throwing competition, as seen in this BBC article. Where is the picture of her throwing it? I gotta see. Guys, they're throwing trees. I freaking love this guy, Eamon Ward, with the tree throw. Look at that. Hey, look, this is a good 15 yards. Yeah, you're good, mate. I heard you fading. There she is. Look, guys. Eamon Ward, again with the shot. Look at this. She did it. That's the neck right there, the neck pain. Back pain. Do you see the form there? She should have had a little bit more like bend in the knee there. You want to have a little more bend in the knee, when you're going to toss a tree, especially when you're doing spruce trees. If you're out there, Ireland, in Limerick, and you're going, the most common methods I see, the trees are hoisted on the javelin. They're doing it as a Limerick. They throw like a javelin, guys, hammer style, or you could just pitch it from the waist. You could just be like, friggin' get the hell out of here, like you do with your Christmas tree. That's what I do with my Christmas tree. I grab that freaking sucker, right? And I grab it by the what do we call it? By the, I guess, the hard, what is it? The pines. I'm grabbing the pines. I'm grabbing the back. You mother, when you throw it out there. Because you got a ton of recycling to get rid of as well that night. John Lee, he was an overall winner of last year's Irish title after he beat the stiff competition for more than 200 competitors. There he is. He's doing it. You see him? He's doing a pitch. Get the, get the radar darting. My Irish is killer, Hey, it's a bit of Norwegian in there as well. In 2014, the town of Kiel launched what it believed to be the first UK Crimbo tree casting contest. What the freaking hell? Guys, is this where you got to be in order for them to be like, Guys, what are we gonna do? Like, we gotta figure out, like, you wanna play cards? No? No cards? All right. What are you thinking? What? You wanna throw a tree? They wanna throw a tree. What? You're into it too? You wanna do a tree throw? God, are you freaking, guys, are you kidding me? You're tree throwing it? All right, fine, let's go do it. The crimbo tree though. If we're gonna do it, we're doing a crimbo tree. I don't wanna do like a poplar. They gotta be crimbos. And we have to have 3 options. You could javelin it, you know, because then you get your whole shoulder into it. Or you can do a tossaroo, you know. And you have to throw a couple of kind words in as the tree vaults through the air. He's pitching. Look at that. He's got his Baldwin hat on. Good goodness. Look at that. You know, you got to stay in the line. You see this here? There's a specific line here. You got to keep your feet in there, almost like you're doing a discus. It's a discus and a javelin vibe all at once. You can javelin the tree. You got to do a spinaroo and do the discus as you throw it and pitch it. Lots of options here when you're doing the crimbo tree throw. Guys, you know, they came up with it. They were like, we got nothing else better to do here in Ireland. This place is boring. We're throwing trees. So that's what's going on in Ireland, guys. Look at this lady. How the hell did she do that? She threw it with the left hand. Or he, 2024. I can't really tell. Threw it with left hand like this. They're just like, get out of here, you know? That's a solid tree throw right there. I gotta say. Look at this one over here. Getting the photo. I want to make sure I get the really good shot. Looking at his hiney butt. That's a weird shot right there. Like you're taking a picture of his butt. Who's this lady over here? I gotta question her mental state. Questioning her agenda here. What is she doing? She's maybe into him, perhaps. Any other from Eamon Ward? I guess that's it. Those are all our photos. But this guy did the chuck. Then you got the wackadoo over here who just got her suit completely squashed. I'm getting $823,000. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm getting $823,000. No, you're not. You're not getting $823,000 because you threw a tree. They got you on camera right here. I don't even know how you got it up that high. That's a good one. She's doing the one-hander as well. I ain't gonna do it with one hand. She threw it out there. So I guess, guys, here's the moral of the story. If you're gonna try to sue the insurance company, you know, you gotta make sure you're not throwing a Christmas tree, you know, at the Christmas tree throwing tournament. It's a thing in Ireland because they got nothing else better to do, clearly. All right, next story. What do we got over here? Well, this is where we started. We're moving on. Texas man guilty of making, look at, is this Sam Bankman-Fried? No. So Texas man is guilty of making $1.8 million after eavesdropping on his wife's work calls as they worked from home during the pandemic, perhaps? Let's see, a Houston man pleaded guilty. Insider trading. We got an insider trading story, Joanne. Joanne, can you please keep the wheeze down? Oh, Joanne. I think you left a stain. Anyway, what we have here, Houston man guilty. Listen to wife's calls about BP's plan to buy Travel Centers of America. That's interesting. Tyler Loudon's wife moved out of their shared home and initiated divorce proceedings. The Houston man pleaded guilty to insider trading after he made $1.76 million in illegal profits from listening in on his wife's work calls as they worked from home. Tyler Loudon, 42, admitted to buying thousands of shares in Travel Centers of America ahead of its $1.3 billion acquisition by the oil and gas company BP in February 2023. The Securities and Exchange Commission alleged in a separate civil complaint that Loudon, who was married to BP executive, overheard conversations about the planned takeover. The SEC said that the couple typically worked 20 feet away from each other at home and often overheard each other's conversations. The regulator said that Loudon purchased 450 shares of Travels enter stock without his wife's knowledge before the deal was announced. After the announcement, the share it rose 71%, Joanne. Loudon sold all that he had bought at a profit. And that just, red flags. Why, can I ask you guys, and again, I don't want to get political. You guys know how I feel about that. But why is it that there are certain political figures that kill it in the stock market? And they're on all of these different, what am I overloading on over here? What do we got going on? I'm seeing a slowdown. Hold on a second. What's playing? Oh, that's playing. Got to shut that down. All right. I think that should do it. Here's the thing. Oh, who's that guy? I know that guy. All right. Texas man. So he buys the shares. Charged. Insider trading. And he took advantage of his remote working conditions. So guys, bottom line, that dude's going to jail. But why don't we see the people who are killing it and go from making $96,000 a year to being worth $120 million? And those people are not in hot water. They're not even being, investigated at all. It's just very, very weird to me. A college is removing its vending machines after a student discovered they were using facial recognition technology. This is interesting, gets back to this entire Big Brother, everything is about having an eye on you these days, isn't it? University of Waterloo is expected to remove smart vending machines from its campuses. From its campus. There's only one. A student discovered an error code that suggested the machines used facial recognition technology. Adaria Vending Services said the technology doesn't take or store customers' photos. A university in Canada is expected to remove a series of vending machines after a student discovered a sign. They're using facial recognition tech, guys. The smart vending machines, can we figure this out? Attention on Reddit. Let's see this photo. Square 47 dude. Why do these stupid M&M machines have facial recognition? Oh, look at that. Arondo.vending.facialrecognition.app. An exception unknown, software exception. So, good question. Why is there facial recognition in the vending machines, guys? I don't even know what the answer would be to that. Post-drew speculation from some online users and caught the attention of the University of Waterloo student and tech news website Ars Technica, identified as River Stanley, a writer for the local student publication. Stanley investigated the smart vending machines, discovering that they're provided by Adaria Vending Services and manufactured by Advenda Group. Canada publication CTV News reported that Mars, owner of M&M's, owns the vending machines. So Mars Corporation has facial recognition software in their vending machines. Is this not a problem? Does anybody? It seems a little weird to me. Individual person cannot be identified using the technology in the machines. If it has a facial rec, I don't know. What are they using that for? Are they trying to find criminals? Are they trying to just make sure that you're not stealing? Or, I don't know, would you put, if you bang the machine, they want to make sure they can track you down? Like, what would be the reason that you'd need facial recognition on a vending machine? That I'm very, very confused by. So let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think? Why would they have this at a university? Is it perhaps, here's the other thing. If you know that there is facial recognition software, there's also some sort of audio translation and recording mechanism in place in order to make sure everything's cataloged so they can hear what people are saying, run it through a database as well, see if there's anything pertinent there. It could be all for marketing and advertising purposes. Who knows? Oh, they picked the M&M. Oh, they picked the Sour Patch Kid. Oh, they picked, you know what I mean? Oh, what kind of stuff are they into? So then they can now shift specific ads in your direction. I wouldn't be surprised. These people are so scummy. Anyway, what else do we got here? Oh, goodness. Just keep your eye out. This is more of a warning for you guys. A robber pushed a man down Times Square subway stairs. He stole a 6K Cartier watch. Look at this, is the guy right here. Is that Kanye? That looks like it's Kanye. I'm just saying. He's got the mask on. You know Kanye wears the mask when he goes out. That's why I'm thinking it's him. But he's not wearing Yeezys. No, Yeezys or whatever they're called. If he was wearing Yeezys, I'd be like, that's freaking Kanye right there. He put the mask on that he wears, his mask. He's got that cool black mask he walks around with, you know, to cover up his face. And then he has the Yeezys on, though. This guy's not Yeezying it. No, I'm sorry. I thought he would be Yeezying it, but he's not. A thief pushed a man down the stairs and swiped a $6,000 Cartier watch in a Times Square subway. The suspect and the man, 59, after the robber reached into the victim's pocket, he was heading up the stairs in Midtown. The thief then ran out of the station and remained at large. The victim was treated for minor injuries. Crime Stoppers, if you guys know where Kanye is, make sure you let them know. There's the info right there. 274-637 you could text. And you could let him know where you saw him. But again, he doesn't have the Yeezys on here. So I'm pretty sure it's not Kanye. Again though, the eyes, you can't see him at all. Just the mask. The mask is what reminds me of Kanye, because he wears that black mask. It's kind of funny. Guys, this is crazy. Mike and Molly star Billy Gardell shares secret to maintaining a 170-pound weight loss. This, I had to do a double take. Do you guys remember him? This is him. And this is him. This is him. This is him now. Oops, hold on a minute. Yeah, this is him. This is him now. That's some craziness right there, right, guys? You guys remember him? Mike and Molly? It's a funny show, you know? And that's him now, guys. Like, that's pretty crazy, right? I don't know. Take a look at this. Let's just read. 170-pound weight loss. Proud of you, guy. Seriously, proud of you. Let's talk about how he did it. Let's just see what he did to do it. Billy Gardell, known for his starring role on the sitcom Mike and Molly, has lost a serious amount of weight. Now the actor is revealing the details and how he managed to do it. What does he do now to maintain his weight? Gardell went under bariatric surgery in 2022. He told people in the new interview that the procedure changed and saved his life. He then added, but what I'm saying about the surgery is not the answer. It's just the beginning. My suggestion to anybody who's considering this is to study and really immerse yourself in the commitment it takes after the surgery to maintain this and take care of yourself. If you're not willing to make that commitment, I wouldn't do the surgery. But if you are willing to make that commitment, then it's been an incredibly healthy change for my life. That commitment for Gardell includes a healthy diet and regular exercise. He also makes sure to go on a walk every day. He has a cheat meal once a week, but sets limits on it, such as 2 slices of pizza as opposed to the entire pie. Gosh, he looks so different. He added, I've really learned that the thing is not to look in the mirror and be mean to yourself and go, oh, you got no chance at this. Or you got to change this. Come on, you lazy piece of crap. Keep going. None of that works. You got to look in the mirror and go, all right, I love you and I'm going to take care of you today. And that's a hard thing to get into until you evolve emotionally. And I think that happened for me. His weight currently hovers around 207 pounds. He says he's lost about 170 pounds during his journey. Ahead of his surgery, he explained that he'd actually been planning on having the procedure done a couple of times, but he chickened out. Now he eats chicken once a week. My belly, I gotta go eat chicken, I'm hungry. At the same point, you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was so big at that point that it hurt to exercise. Then I developed type 2 diabetes. I went on a drug for that for about 1.5 years, and then I said, do I really want to be on a drug for the rest of my life? He said that he tried everything to lose weight, and that he got into a cycle of losing 30 pounds and gaining back 35. So I needed something drastic. But it wasn't going to come until I was ready to surrender that even with the surgery, I was going to have to change my way of thinking. It was during the CV-19 Plan Amaru that inspired him to change his thought process and his patterns. His weight put him at a higher risk for more serious symptoms. The idea of not being able to be there for my wife and my kid motivated my change. It motivated me to commit to whatever it takes to get healthy. Sometimes you need help and you need to be humble enough to ask for help in order for that to happen. So that's pretty amazing. Billy Gardell, I got to give it to you, buddy. Good for you. You're looking good. I kind of liked him the old way, right? I mean, look at him. That guy was funny. That guy's a funny guy right there. Like, I'm just thinking, like, now, I'm not laughing at that guy as much. You know, he's just like a sweet guy I want to go out and have dinner with. Oh, yeah, how are the stocks doing? Oh, they're up. That's good. Where do I put my money? Like, you're the insider trading guy, you know? You give us the insider trading deals. Billy Gardell. You know what? But this, again, I'm laughing when he says things. This guy, I'm getting my pen out. I got to just do financial advice. I'm ready to go, you know? That's where we are. It's funny, I'm trying to hear his voice, because, you know, he had like that voice. Oh, yeah, Molly, what are we doing tonight? You know, he kind of had this, like, big talk thing. He's like, hey, Molly. Oh, that's fine, Molly. We can go out and grab a bite to eat later. And then I see him, I'm like, Microsoft is down. Oh, goodness, you know. You guys understand. You can see it. He's definitely got the face of an assessor or something like that, you know. Like, I definitely met an accountant, and I think this is him. I'm pretty sure when I spoke to him. He's like, I'm an accountant. And I'm like, are you Billy Gardell? Because you could do it, you know? He's looking good, though. No, he really is. I'm very, very proud of you, especially that's a hard thing to do, to keep it off once you take it off. Most people have, that's the hardest thing. Let's just pray he's able to continue doing that. That's a thing where some people do it for a very long time. They're able to keep it off, and then they just eventually break. And then it's just like one day you see Billy Gardell again. You're like, he's funny again. You know, guys, he's going to get out there and do it. I can see him doing it now. He grabbed the microphone. I'm like, I'm just waiting for the, hey, whatever the hell your name is. Michelle? No, what was it again? Molly. Hey, Molly. And I'm like laughing already. Like, I don't even need him to say anything. You guys get it. All right, we're going to see if there's one more story here. I think we're pretty much good on this. Mike and Molly, you know, you got to say, sometimes when you come up with a funny bit, you got to go with it. I'm really definitely proud of the guy for doing the work he has to get to that weight. And looking forward to him going back so he can get a laugh again. You know, 400 pounds, he gets up there, he grabs the microphone. Hey, Molly! He's back. You know, guys, we're all there, a standing ovation at the end. Right now, though, he's doing a webinar today, you know, stock picks. I'm tuning in right after the show to get the Gardell stock pick of the day. That's what they call it, you know. So people are like, oh, when are we gonna advertise that and market that? No. Gardell, he likes to keep that one on the lowdown, you know. So you just have to tune in on the Discord, and you get the Gardell stock tip of the day. So anyway, guys, I think that's it for the news. I think we got a lot of good news there, mostly, you know. Oh my goodness, this is just scary stuff. Philly suspect arrested after striking victim with a hatchet. What are we doing here? Look at this guy. He's looking unstable. Like, this is the problem with America. You have people out there with those eyes. Anybody you see with those eyes, just run, you know? Let me look at this guy's eyes a little closer. What in the fucking hell, you know? Like, this guy's eyes? Oh, you're racist. No, if you see those eyes, where is it? Look at his eyes, guys. This guy's about to stab or shoot somebody. You got, like, how do you even make eyes like that? Those are murdering eyes right there. Oh, goodness. We don't want murderers. We're on the streets, okay? Philadelphia man struck another man with a hatchet multiple times. Multiple freaking times? I thought it was a one-timer. I thought he did the one, and he's like, oh, my bad, I thought you were a piece of wood. And then he left. This time, double timer? He's doing a multiple? I don't know, guys. I'm questioning the world today. There's been 634 aggravated assaults citywide reported year-to-date compared to 636 reported during the same time period last year. So basically, it's just a lot of crap. There's just a lot of crap going on. And this guy right here is the leader of the gang with those eyes. You know? Sometimes when you're trying to get to the bottom of it. Look at that. That's the fakest photo I've ever seen in my life of an anaconda. That head is stupid. It's like my dog's head, Maggie's head. Anything else here? I think we're good. I think we got it all here, guys. Maybe one more. Woman arrested on multiple charges after, you know? Oh my goodness, I can't. Look at this stuff. I can't. Every single story is like a takedown. Oh my goodness. Look, I just can't. I can't. Pentagon says new high-altitude balloon intercepted over U.S. likely hobby craft year after China controversy. It's a hobby craft, guys. Could be. All right, so basically, I think that's it, guys. Ooh, hold on. Putin's greatest hits. The Russian dissidents continue to disappear in a pattern of bizarre deaths. This is sort of political, though, but it's not our politics, right? That's okay, isn't it? I don't know. I really don't know. But these are the people that were around and then are no longer around. I'm just going to go through them very quickly. Yevgeny Prigozhin. If you don't recall, Yevgeny was taking a nice little flight. You know, just flying around Russia. And a missile came through the emergency exit, you know. Alexei Navalny, that's the guy who just apparently died in prison. He was, I guess, one of the only political forces against Vladimir Putin. But they put in the killers to go and take the Alexei out. Anna Politkovskaya. Anybody know what she did? Politkovskaya. Yeah. Anna Politkovskaya. Shot. Apparently she was shot. Alexander Litvinenko. He was poisoned. They poisoned the guy. Goodness. Natalia Estemirova. She was shot. Ravel Maganov had a fall. I don't even know what that is. It's almost like the worst thing you could think of that happened of everybody here. Though the poison's pretty bad too in the plane crash, collapse. The fall though? What the hell was that? Sergei Yushkinov, he was shot, and Boris Netsov was shot. Yuri Shnekshnevishnervin. What the hell is this guy's name? Yuri Shnekshnevishnin. He was poisoned. This guy looks like he could have been in, like, a British comedy show. Like, there's that actor. He looks like a specific actor I can't think of right now. You guys know who I'm talking about. He's been in a lot of movies. Tall guy. He's always like a villain. He's a villain in a lot of U.S. movies. And then this guy, Yilmakan Kanasklovili. That guy was shot too. But I'm going back to Yuri Shneven. That guy. He looked like a fun guy at the party. You know, like you go to the party and Yuri's there. You're like, oh, sweetie, Yuri is here. We have good time. You bring vodka. Yuri make party dance. You know, and now the Yuri's no longer around. He was poisoned during that party. They poisoned the vodka. Oh, goodness. So bottom line, there's where Prigozhin, right there. He was there and then he wasn't. The guy's Vladimir Putin. He put in the heat. When you put in the heat, you go and you die. That's Putin, you know? All right, so guys, see, there's tons of stories I could be reading, but I'm not going to because they're all political or very, very, you know, like triggering and considered harmful. These conversations. Florida man leads police on a high-speed chase in a big rig. Oh, the 51-year-old Christopher John Lubuski was apprehended after a high-speed pursuit spanning 4 counties in Florida involving an 18-wheeler truck. This is hilarious, guys. Oh my goodness, we gotta just see this one, right? Yeah, we don't need coverall. Maybe it's Maybelline. No, maybe it's not. I will give you some audio as soon as we get past this ad here that they're trying to play for us. Here we go. Don't know it though.
Who first started chasing that big rig tonight. This is along the Southwest Freeway near Greenway Plaza. The suspect stopped and then turned around on the freeway and went the wrong way along an exit ramp, then down the feeder
here he goes.
and back up onto the freeway, going the wrong way toward downtown Houston. You see it turning around right there. The chase then rolled through Montrose, the Museum District, and the Texas Medical Center. The driver eventually got back onto the freeway, where it covered a lot more ground before ending in Fulshire. And that's where we find ABC 13's Giovanni Ligi tonight. He followed the chase for hours today, and he is live with some exclusive video of that chase.
I think of what movie he was in.
Well, Tom, dangerous moments for so many people across
tall,
the entire city.
He's got an English accent.
That 18-wheeler bouncing from one interstate to highways back into those cities.
Highways. Thank you so much for the news story on Channel 13 News ABC. Guys, I guess we've basically done it here, haven't we? I just got hit by a car. Florida deputy gets clipped by a car on highway, video shows. That is freaking scary. We just have to see this because you got to be aware of what's happening out there. I guess they're not showing it. This guy was clipped. He got clipped, guys. Crazy, crazy stuff. I guess I would say we did it. You know? Especially if you think about it. We talked for a little bit about the demonetization of YouTube, which I still don't understand. Yeah, I want to see if I can figure out who this guy was again. English actors. Come on, dude. We're going to find him. Could I find, let's see. All right, we're going to find this dude. He's not like a famous guy. That's the thing. He's like a middle of the range guy. He's been in a lot of stuff. And when you see him, you'll be like, oh, I know that guy. But when you don't see him, you'll also be like, who the fuck is that guy? You know? Top 150 Irish and Scottish. He could be Irish. I'm not sure. Let's find out. We're going to go to get the information. All right. Let's just see if we can look through this. Oh, this is how we find him. Sean Connery. We got Gary Oldman. I love Gary Oldman. He's awesome. Tim Roth is amazing. Who do we got here? Tom Hardy. Benedict Cumberbatch. No. Bill Nye. That guy's pretty cool. We're going to find him. If this is the list, he's got to be in here. Unless he's pretending to be English and he's not. Mr. Freaking Bean, I love. Gotta love. Kiefer Sutherland is English? Wow. Oh, he moved right after his birth. You're not English, dude. Just because you were born there. I guess that makes you English by... Actually makes him the most amazing American-sounding Englishman ever. Other people are doing an accent. He's just doing. Come on, we're going to find you. Fassbender. I love Idris. Freaking awesome actor. Peter O'Toole. Robert Carlyle's amazing too. Let me see. Come on, we got to find this dude. You got to be in here somewhere if you're really an Englishman. I don't know who the hell this guy is. And maybe he's not English now. This is him! This is the guy, Jonathan Pryce! We found him! Yes! Yes, my friends! Yes, indeed! Jonathan Pries! Hold on, we gotta look at Jonathan Pries, who played the character of the man who was murdered by Vladimir Putin. Jonathan Pries. We're going back to the story. Where's our story about the Putin? Give me the Putin story again. Where is it? I remember seeing the big list of Putin's murdering. Where is it? Did I get rid of it already? All right, well, Jonathan Pries, remember that. Ooh, Vladimir Putin. I don't know where that went. Let's see if we can find that list again. That dude looked just like him. I mean, it's Peter, whatever the freak his name is. What was his name again? Bryce. Peter Price? Peter Bryce? That guy. It's him. Now I lost it. I can't find any of it anymore. It would have been great. Now, Joanne, where the heck? I was here, now I'm no longer there. But you guys know, that Peter guy, we're going to see afterwards. I'll cut that and pull him in and show him. I'm pretty sure that was him. Same guy. Didn't it look exactly like him? No way. Slavony Vinsky on the disc. Oh, goodness, guys. We did it again. If you could do me a favor and leave a message after this, make sure you hit the like, and try my best to be back later. Still kind of kicked in the chest by this demonetization thing, so if you do like to support the show, please do so on PayPal or Venmo. You could also do D-Live, what is it called? No, Cash App as well. Got a few different options, obviously, so they should all be, I think, on my link tree, which is in the description of my channel. And hopefully YouTube has mercy on me and decides I'm not harmful. I don't think this show's harmful. I think this show is comedy and lighthearted positivity and lots of music. So hopefully I'll be able to do this and not be bothered by them. But if the channel gets totally demonetized, then we have to find a new platform. And it won't be YouTube, because I'm not going to just keep going to a platform that they kill, literally kill. So the streak will end on YouTube, and we'll just go somewhere else, whether it's Rumble or something else. Because I'm not going to give them my content at all if they're going to take away my ability to make any money on the platform. And that's just out of pride, I think, because I've created so much for them and they don't appreciate any of it. And now they're willing to sacrifice the channel, so to speak, because we're in a year where something's happening in November, and they're looking at any channels that could potentially be an issue for them as we get closer to that date. I'm not going to be an issue for you if you have anybody watching this. I'm going to continue this format you saw today. No politics. This is just a comedy show. And we make satirical comedy out of the news of the day that has nothing to do with politics. If it has something to do with, like, you know, poisoned people, I mean, that's just funny. There's some comedy in there that there's like a dictator out there who's poisoning people and having them taken out one by one. Like, it's not something we want here, but we should be able to talk about it and read the news story and make a joke or two about it. So that's just my philosophy. If you guys at YouTube are saying, no, you shouldn't even make any jokes about Putin's death toll or anything like that, okay, just let me know. Shoot me a note, dude. Don't swipe the channel aside over one topic, okay? So, I appreciate you guys. Let me see if I can say goodbye to you. If you haven't yet, please watch Scammer Payback 2. I think it was hilarious. I think it's one of the funniest comedies, just because it's got a lot to it. A lot of other characters in there. Hilarious. Which is a cool. So, let me see who's here with me. Unbelievable. Humble Strong, you rock. Main Girl, Modoc Roughstock, Restream Bot. Thank you, Maine, for sending that message across. Kill It and Grill It, thank you for sending something to YouTube. I think if enough of you guys who care about this show explain what the show is to YouTube, maybe they'll realize what someone created years ago when your guidelines were different shouldn't affect them today if they're following your guidelines today. A-Plays, how are you? So good to see you. So I think there's some awesome comedy news here today that took place outside of just the beginning where I shared to you what's happening here on the channel. So go back and watch it, A-Plays, if you can. I will be back later. I gotta try to sell some real estate, guys. Goodness, is King here? Is King Kong in the house? Will, good to see you, my friend. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I will be back later. And make sure you are keeping your head up. I'm doing my best. YouTube. It's like right when things are starting to grow, that's probably what it is. Oh, goodness, Humble Strong scares me. You know, we're here just trying to do the work. I'll wait till later. I may be live with a vertical midday just to say hi to you guys, and if not, I'll see you then. Probably on 9:30. Thank you again.